Hey everybody, CeCe here.
Do you know that CeCe Winans has changed millions of lives through her powerful gospel songs? From her early days with BB Winans to becoming one of the most awarded gospel artists in history, her music has inspired generations across the world. Today we look at 15 CeCe Winans songs that made gospel history. Number 15, For Always. Released in 1988, For Always was one of the songs that introduced the world to the remarkable talent of BB and CeCe Winans. During this period, CeCe was building her career alongside her brother BB, and together they brought a fresh sound to gospel music. Their combination of smooth vocals, heartfelt lyrics, and strong messages of faith helped them stand out in the Christian music industry. For Always carried a message of lasting love and commitment. It showed CeCe's ability to connect emotionally with listeners and deliver songs that were not only beautiful to hear, but also meaningful to the heart. This song was part of the foundation that helped shape the Winans' legacy and open the door for CeCe's future success as a solo artist. Number 14, Addictive Love. In 1991, BB and CeCe Winans released Addictive Love, a song that became one of their most recognizable hits. With its joyful sound and powerful message, the song showed that gospel music could be energetic, modern, and still deeply rooted in faith. Addictive Love described a passion for God that was so strong it felt impossible to live without. The song connected with many listeners because it expressed its excitement and happiness of having a relationship with God. Number 13, Alone. In 1995, CeCe Winans released Alone, one of the songs that showed the world her growth as a solo artist. After achieving great success with her brother BB, CeCe began establishing her own identity in gospel music. Alone revealed a more personal and emotional side of her artistry. The song carried a message of dependence on God and the deep need for His presence during life's difficult moments. Alone helped strengthen CeCe Winans' reputation as a solo gospel powerhouse and showed that her influence extended far beyond her work with BB. Number 12, Well Alright. In 1998, CeCe Winans released Well Alright, a song that highlighted another side of her musical gift. Unlike some of her slower worship songs, this track carried a joyful and uplifting energy. It showed CeCe's ability to combine powerful gospel messages with sounds that were accessible to a wider audience. Alone showed her vulnerability, but Well Alright showed her joy. And just when fans thought they had seen every side of CeCe Winans' gift, she released a song that would become one of the most emotional and unforgettable moments of her career. Coming next, number 11, Alabaster Box. In 1999, CeCe Winans released one of the most memorable songs of her career, Alabaster Box. Inspired by the biblical story in Luke 7, where a woman pours expensive perfume on Jesus as an act of worship and surrender. The song carries a powerful message about giving God our best despite our past, our mistakes, or our circumstances. CeCe Winans' emotional delivery turned the song into more than just a recording. She brought the story to life, helping listeners understand the beauty of true worship, a heart completely surrendered to God. Alabaster Box became a favorite in churches around the world. Many worship leaders, choirs, and believers embraced the song because of its message of gratitude, forgiveness, and devotion. The song also became one of the defining moments of CeCe's career, proving her ability to take a biblical message and transform it into an experience that touches millions of hearts. More than 2 decades after its release, Alabaster Box continues to be remembered as one of gospel music's most powerful worship songs. Number 10, Mercy Said No. In 2002, CeCe Winans released Mercy Said No, a song that became a powerful reminder of God's grace and forgiveness. The song spoke directly to anyone who has ever felt defeated by mistakes, struggles, or regrets. Its message was simple but deeply comforting. When judgment could have come, God's mercy stepped in. CeCe's passionate vocals carried the emotion behind the message. She sang with the confidence of someone declaring that God's love is greater than human failure and that His grace can give people a new beginning. Mercy Said No connected with countless listeners because it addressed a universal human experience, the need for forgiveness and restoration. Over the years, the song has remained a beloved part of CeCe Winans' music catalog, continuing to encourage people who need hope and a reminder that God's mercy never runs out. But CeCe Winans' journey was about to reach another powerful moment, a song that would bring believers into a deeper place of worship and remind them of the greatness of God. Coming next, number 9, Throne Room. Number 9, Throne Room. In 2002, CeCe Winans released Throne Room, the title track of her powerful album that invited listeners into a deeper experience of worship. After years of creating songs that encouraged faith and hope, CeCe used this song to focus on one of the most important parts of her ministry, drawing closer to God. Throne Room carries the picture of coming before God with humility and surrender. The song reminds believers that worship is not just about singing beautiful words. It is about recognizing God's greatness and desiring His presence above everything else. CeCe's vocals brought a special depth to the song. Her ability to combine strength, emotion, and sincerity made listeners feel as though they were participating in a personal moment of worship rather than simply listening to a performance. The song became a favorite among worshipers and churches because of its powerful message. It encouraged believers to move beyond routine and seek a genuine relationship with God. Throne Room remains an important part of CeCe Winans' legacy, showing why she is regarded as one of the most influential voices in gospel music. Number 8, Draw Me Close to You. In 2003, CeCe Winans recorded Draw Me Close to You, a song that expressed one of the deepest desires of every believer, to have a closer relationship with God. Originally written by Kelly Carpenter, the song had already touched many hearts, but CeCe's emotional interpretation gave it a new level of warmth and connection. The message of the song is a simple prayer, a longing to know God more, depend on Him completely, and remain close to Him through every season of life. Unlike songs focused on achievements or material blessings, Draw Me Close to You focuses on intimacy with God. That honesty is what made it connect with millions of listeners. CeCe's gentle yet powerful voice helped make the song a favorite for personal devotion, church worship, and moments of prayer. Years after its release, the song continues to inspire believers around the world, reminding them that the greatest blessing is not only what God gives, but the privilege of walking closely with Him. But the story of CeCe Winans' greatest songs was far from over. The next song would remind millions that no matter what they face, God remains victorious. Number 7, Never Lost. After decades of blessing the world with gospel music, CeCe Winans entered a new chapter in 2021 with one of her most powerful worship declarations, Never Lost. The song became a message of confidence and faith in God's power. At a time when many people around the world were facing uncertainty, fear, and difficult circumstances, Never Lost reminded believers of one powerful truth: God has never lost a battle. The song points back to the victories recorded throughout the Bible, moments when God made a way where there seemed to be no way. Its message encouraged listeners to trust God even when their situation looked impossible. Never Lost became one of CeCe Winans' most recognized modern worship songs, reaching millions of listeners through platforms such as YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and Deezer. Number 6, Believe For It. Also released in 2021, Believe For It became one of the defining songs of CeCe Winans' recent career. The song carries a powerful message of trusting God for miracles, healing, and breakthroughs. Its words encourage believers not to be limited by what they see, but to hold on to faith in what God can do. The timing of the song made it even more meaningful. During a period when many people were searching for hope and encouragement, Believe For It became a worship anthem for those believing God for impossible situations. The song gained worldwide attention, becoming one of CeCe Winans' most streamed and recognized worship songs. It also received major recognition in gospel music and helped introduce her ministry to a younger generation. But beyond awards, numbers, and recognition, the greatest impact of Believe For It has been the testimonies from people who found strength and hope through its message. But CeCe Winans' journey to the top was not finished. The next songs would reveal some of the biggest moments of her legendary career. Number 5, Goodness of God. In 2020, CeCe Winans recorded one of the most beloved worship songs of the modern era, Goodness of God. Although the song was originally written by Jen Johnson and other members of Bethel Music, CeCe Winans' powerful interpretation introduced the song to many new listeners and brought her own emotional depth to the message. The greatest strength of Goodness of God is its timeless reminder. Circumstances may change, but God's goodness remains the same. Number 4, How Great Thou Art. At number 4 is How Great Thou Art, CeCe Winans' powerful rendition of one of Christianity's most treasured hymns. The original hymn dates back more than a century, but CeCe's interpretation brought the timeless message to a new generation. Instead of simply performing a classic song, she breathed new emotion and worship into a hymn that has been sung by millions of believers worldwide. Number 3, I've Got Joy. At number 3 is I've Got Joy, a song that captures one of the most beautiful themes in CeCe Winans' ministry, the joy that comes from knowing God. But before CeCe Winans became the global gospel icon we know today, there was a song that helped define her as one of the greatest voices in Christian music. Number 2, Mercy Said No. One of CeCe Winans' most powerful songs is Mercy Said No. Though it was released in 2002, the song has still been a message of hope for anyone who had experienced failure, regret, or seasons where they needed a reminder of God's grace. The heart of the song is a powerful truth. God's mercy can step in when people feel condemned by their past. Through emotional lyrics and CeCe's unforgettable vocal delivery, the song gave comfort to millions who needed encouragement and a fresh reminder that God's love is greater than their mistakes. Number 1, Holy Forever. At number 1 is a song that represents the future of worship, Holy Forever. Released in 2023, Holy Forever became a powerful declaration of worship that connected believers across generations. This song is special because it carries a message that has no expiration date. For thousands of years, believers have lifted their voices to declare the holiness of God, and Holy Forever continues that same tradition with a sound that speaks to today's generation. But beyond awards and numbers, the greatest achievement of Holy Forever is its message, a song that reminds millions of people that worship is not just for today. It is a sound that will continue from generation to generation. From the early days of BB and CeCe Winans to global worship anthems like Holy Forever, CeCe Winans has created a legacy that goes beyond music. Her songs have become prayers, testimonies, and moments of worship that will continue to inspire people for years to come. Thank you for watching.